Welcome to the Math Record. First off, I want to say I'm sorry for not uploading as of late. Not gonna lie, I just wanted to do my own things during this time. Anyways, this is going to be a remake of my calculus series, which I started in the beginning of this YouTube channel, um, which I'm gonna improve upon right now, or for the coming weeks. Anyways, let's just get right into the video. So what is calculus? In a general sense, we'll be thinking about calculus as the study of small changes. For example, let's say we have a sheet of paper which is in 2D or really close to 2D. It has a little bit of height, but let's just not think about that for now. So 2D shapes like circles, squares, rectangles, polygons, etc. Now, if we put a bunch of these pieces of paper together, so let's say we have a piece of paper under this piece of paper, and then a third piece of paper under that, and a fourth piece of paper, and then we keep adding more papers, and we combine them together, what will it look like? Well, it looks like some kind of solid in 3D. So it looks something like this. I'm not the best artist, but here is a vague understanding of how it looks. Okay, so it's in 3D. So the question in calculus is, how do we get from this 2D to this 3D? And that's basically what we're going to use calculus for. We're going to add up these small changes, which is in this case a piece of paper, so we can make something bigger, which is in this case a stack of papers. So now that we have a vague understanding of what calculus is, let's let's talk about how I would teach this course. So in calculus, there are two main concepts. There's the derivative and the integral. So I'll just be sure to introduce each one. So the derivative deals with slopes. So let's say we have some kind of graph, and then we put a point, and then we draw a line, specifically a tangent line, so it only goes through one point in the graph. And then basically what we have is, let's call this line y equals mx plus b, the usual equation for a linear graph. And basically the derivative is going to calculate for the slope, so m. Now the integral is a little bit more fun. It deals with area. So let's say we have another curve, let's say something like this, and we stop it right there at some x value. And if the integral will give us the area under this curve, which may look a little bit complicated, but it's going to be a little bit more intuitive to think about later on. And then the third concept that we're going to teach in this class is sequence and series, which uses both the derivative and the integral. There are more concepts in calculus like polar coordinates, parametrics, and vectors, but I won't be covering them here because they're going to be a little bit too convoluted. But to discuss these ideas, we first had to understand the basic idea of calculus first, which are limits. In the next video, I'll discuss what limits are and how to use them.